Welcome. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Mike Bartlett and I'm the Dean of UW Colleges Online. Thank you for choosing to pursue your education through UW Colleges Online. I can assure you that there are great advantages in doing so. So let me give you a brief history. The online program began in fall of 1998 with 3 courses and 60 students and has experienced steady growth from its inception through to today. In April 2001, accreditation was obtained from the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools. The enrolment now is about 2,500 students per semester enrolled in about 190 sections. And as part of the UW system, you have the advantage of guaranteed transfer to UW schools. The courses are taught by UW College campus professors and instructors. You can complete the full associate degree online if you wish. And there are 11 sessions per year spread over the summer, fall, winter and spring. You have the advantage of flexibility, and to me that is one of the greatest advantages. I'm no stranger to distance education. I actually did some of my graduate work as a distance student, except that was when I was stationed out on a small island in the South Pacific. There were no phones, and so it was a very isolated situation, and you could only communicate with my instructor by mail, snail mail we call it these days. But then after I returned to Australia, I had a break of about 12 years before I went back to graduate school. I did finish that project as a distance education student, but it was very difficult, so I understand what it takes to be a distance education student. And I also know what it takes to be a returning adult student, because after that 12 years I did go back to graduate school to finish. And that meant I was working full-time. I had to commute an hour and over an hour to work, and then my first class started 30 minutes before I finished work, and then I had to travel in peak hour traffic to a large university and try and battle and find a parking spot, and so it took about an hour to do that, and so I was always an hour late for class. And we had no online program then, and that made it very, very difficult. But persistence paid off, and for a number of years I'd end up coming back home late. The kids were usually asleep because we had a young family by then, and then have to complete a lot of work before going through the same cycle again. So I understand what it's like to come back as a returning adult as well, and so I certainly understand the stresses that are involved. The good thing about online is that you don't have some of those physical stresses, but by the same token it's still a rigorous thing to have to pursue, especially if you're working full-time. So I commend you for moving forward with your education to broaden your options. I'm certainly grateful for the opportunity of an education that has allowed me to teach and experience living in 4 different countries. I encourage you to keep persisting and moving forward a step at a time. And be assured, your instructors are dedicated to your success. UW College's staff are committed to your success and the attainment of your educational goals. So please don't hesitate to reach out for assistance. We have dedicated advisors and support staff to assist you in any way we can. So again, thank you for being part of our community and choosing UW Colleges Online.